Hello.
And welcome to Film Bastards.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, people, and welcome to episode 574 of Film Bastards. I am one of your co-hosts, Mark Foster, and as ever, I am joined by...
Becky Foster, hello everyone.
And...
Ian Loring, sorry, I was just having a blood orange San Pellegrino.
That is a tasty beverage.
It is a fucking tasty beverage.
It is a damn tasty... Do you know what is a good underrated San Pellegrino? The lemon and mint.
It is good,
It sounds like it wouldn't work, but it is a refreshing drink.
That sounds like that would be alright. I will say, though, blood orange, but it's 12% orange juice and 4% blood orange. So I do kind of feel like there's a bit of a trading standards dodginess going on there, but, you know...
It's like when you, for when something is like meat, like if something, for instance, is 100% pork sausages, they only have to have 80% pork in them to be legally classed as 100%. It's just like, well, that's not right, is it?
Yeah, like, what the fuck is that about?
Yeah. So, fucking yeah. Well, we've got three. We've got a triple banger this week. We fucking go for it. We have the new Apple TV film, The Gorge. We have Heart Eyes, a rom-com slasher movie. And we have He's Definitely Captain America. That if the first 15 minutes don't tell you repeatedly that he's Captain America, then nothing ever fucking will. Captain America, Brave New World. And yeah, we've got the usual bits that will bring you some trailers. Been quite a few actually. And yeah, we've got a couple of questions and some what we've been watching and other bits. Listen to our friends' shows. Listen to The Rewatch Project, Entertainment Landfill, Chinstruck versus Punter, and other shows. But listen to this one first because you've already fucking started, so it seems weird to stop.
As well.
Go and listen to one of those guys. That just fucking you got to get your fucking phone out of your pocket and dick about, and it's just you don't need that shit. Listen to this right now. Right now, because we're going to chat some motherfucking trailers. Let's fucking go.
Whoa.
Oh, what? What? Something happened?
No, I was just trying to figure trailers.
Yeah. There's definitely been some.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. Okay, so did you guys see the trailer for Odessa?
Yes. Did see the trailer for Odessa.
I like how the trailer says it's like an epic cinematic odyssey or something like that, but it's also going direct to Disney Plus.
Yeah, to Hulu. But I almost like the fucking balls of that within that trailer. It kind of works.
I'm up for it.
Yeah, looks wild. It looks. There's another film actually that I watched the trailer for, and both I was like, do you know what? I'm up for that. If it is a smidge above, I either want it to be 98 minutes or 198 minutes.
Yeah.
This is 1 hour 46, so what's
That's too long for that movie.
Or too short.
Yeah, or too short, yeah. It either needs to be 198 minutes and you're going, I don't know what's gone on, but I'm still here for some reason. Or you have to go, yeah, that was fucking great. Got in, did it shit, got the fuck out. I like the fact that it's got 16 original new songs.
Yeah.
Don't know who by.
Wonder if we can find that out.
But it's nice that it's not just a jukebox musical.
Yeah.
But then again, if the first song comes on, you go, it's a bit shit, this. You've got to strap in for another, hour 46?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm up for it. It looks stylish. It looks like it's going. We're gonna create our own little world for it. And yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Yeah, some songs were written by Jason Binek and Jeremy Jasper, and Jeremy Jasper wrote and directed the film. I've got no fucking idea who either of them are. But yeah, I don't know. Looks interesting. We'll see. Yeah, premiering at South by Southwest, and then it's just going to be on Hulu and Disney Plus.
Yep.
in like 4 weeks' time. There you go.
I'm game.
Right. Yeah, totally. Okay. Freaky Tales.
That was the other one that made me go, I either need this to be like 98 minutes or 198 minutes.
Yeah, interesting. This it's the new one from Anna Fleck and Ryan Bowden, who directed fucking. Well, I mean, they directed the first Captain Marvel, but what else do they do? Like Mississippi Grind.
Mississippi...
This one's also 1 hour and 46 minutes.
Is it?
Yeah, that's freaky.
Okay, that is a freaky tale.
It is.
Mississippi Grind's a good movie.
Yeah. I think they might have done it's kind of a funny story as well, which was an absolute piece of shit.
You didn't like that movie.
Yeah, no,
wasn't that the movie you threw a coffee at?
Coffee at the screen. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I remember that.
I just want to make sure. Yeah, it was directed by them.
That's got Mark's little girlfriend in it.
Who?
Emma Roberts.
Emma Roberts. Yeah.
Yeah, she is in it. Yeah, I watched it and it's not great. To be honest.
Oh, that's it. Half Nelson is the one that I was thinking of that they did.
That's good, to be fair.
Half Nelson and Mississippi Grind are good movies.
But yeah, you know, they made Captain Marvel, didn't really seem to work. They've come back with this, and I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
Stars the internet's uncle.
Hang on, is Tom Hanks in this? Tom Hanks plays video store employee. What?
Called Hank.
Really?
Hank, the video store owner, apparently, according to IMDb.
Great stuff. I don't remember him in the trailer at all, and he's above the title on the poster. Wild. All right.
Go on then.
Somebody called Too Short is playing cop.
I'm more up for this the more I read about it.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, looks alright.
Yeah, it just looks.
So this must have been made a while ago then, yeah?
Why?
Because Angus Cloud's in it.
Yeah, played Sundance last year.
Oh yeah. Oh, I recognised him from something.
I mean, Ben Mendelsohn's in it.
Yeah, Ben Mendelsohn's always interesting.
Ben Mendelsohn and Pedro Pascal being in this mean that it is an immediate add to watch list for me.
Yeah.
So
Mendelsohn, you know, you're either going to get one of two things. You're either going to get really menacing or oddly funny from him.
Yes. Yeah. I still remember the place Beyond the Pines where he just gets the little dog and shakes it about.
Yeah.
Makes me smile every time I think about that.
I was thinking about The Place Beyond the Pines the other day because I've not rewatched it in a long time.
Same.
And I was at work the other day and I was wandering around and for some reason it jumped into my head for some reason. And I thought, do you know what? It just seems like it weird that I haven't rewatched it yet. Since maybe the year it came out. Because it is such a good movie. And I have a feeling it's gotten better with age. Like, you know, some movies where you think, ooh, I reckon that's probably not as good now as it was when I watched it.
yeah.
You know, like, not like really old movies, but more recent movies. I reckon A Place Beyond the Pines might have just been like, oh, do you know what? This has gotten better.
Yeah.
But yeah, Freaky Tales. Yeah, I'm up for that. I'm up for seeing how it's an anthology.
Yes.
Because that doesn't seem like an anthology. It just seems like a bit of a fucking crazy night movie. But it very much goes, no, it's an anthology, but kind of anthology with a difference. I'm up for that.
We've got The Accountant 2.
Yep.
Because apparently it did the first one did really well on streaming, so here it is.
It very much washed its face at the cinema. So it had made money by the time it went to streaming. But then, like, apparently it was, when it was on Netflix, it was always in the top, 7, I think, with movies watched. But always, for like a year and a bit. And then on Prime, when it left Netflix and went on Prime, it was in the top 5 pretty much all of the time. So it's one of those where people just watched it, and it's weird. The movies that end up that end up being in like the top 5 or top 10 movies this week on Netflix and bits like that can sometimes throw in something that you go, why is that there? Like recently, the Chris Pine movie Carriers has been in like the top 3 movies watched on Netflix. And it's like,
that's a why.
why? Yeah. Weird. But yeah, John Bernthal basically playing Can I Write My Own Role?
Yeah.
I want to look tough, but also just wisecrack.
Yeah.
I said to you though when we were watching it, Ben Affleck seems like he's just gone from looking like Ben Affleck to looking really old all of a sudden.
Do you know why? Because he's clean shaven. He's not got stubble. Or a beard. That's what it is. It's because he's properly clean shaven.
Beards are makeup for men, aren't they?
They are makeup for men, yeah. Yeah, but do you know what though? I'll watch it.
Do you know what though?
What?
I won't watch the first one.
We'll watch the first one.
No, I'm
'cause
alright, thank you.
We're going to watch it.
No, I'm alright.
Yeah, we are.
No, I'm alright.
I'm going to make you watch it.
I'd rather...
Fucking Clockwork Orange style.
yeah, fucking hell.
Don't do
You're
that.
gonna wake up just like, why am I strapped to the fucking chair? Why am I strapped to the oh my god, it's the accountant.
The thing is, right, like, you know the eye keep you open device that's used in...
Yeah.
I don't know what it's actually called.
Public
Have
knowledge.
you seen, like, you can just buy those now for putting contact lenses in?
Yeah.
I don't like that. Please don't buy any and make me watch
Where might you buy one of these things?
Like, hold your eye open so you can put contacts in without blinking.
Cool. Just gonna add it to shopping cart.
Nope. I'm not watching the fucking accountant, man.
Oh, you are. But.
Okay.
What else have we got?
The actor.
Yeah. Right. I'm gonna say it. I liked this trailer. I have a feeling the film will make my teeth itch.
As soon as it said that it was
Yep.
directed by the guy who directed Anomalisa, even though everybody said Charlie Kaufman directed it, it was co-directed by this guy Duke Johnson and produced by Charlie Kaufman. I was like, absolutely fucking not.
Yeah, literally, it was when that I was like, oh, this is interesting. Then when that came up, I was like, oh no! And then you carried on going, it's like, I'm kind of interested in this, but I just know that all of the interesting bits are in the trailer, and it's going to make me want to punch myself in the face.
I don't have enough life left to live to watch that film.
I bet it's 2.5 hours long.
Sure. Yeah, why not? Absolutely get in the fucking bin.
That is completely fair.
My word. Last one for me.
Really good. I think this looks really good.
Did you watch...
Anomalisa. No,
yeah.
it's not the same film.
I know, but you weren't there, man.
Oh, well, I'll watch this one for you.
You weren't there. I'll watch
You
it.
can talk about it then.
I'll watch it.
Okay.
But I absolutely understand why you will not.
That's fine.
Nope.
Bring her back teaser.
Yeah, that was my last one. This is more. This will do.
Yep. Just real fucking weird and Sally Hawkins.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ticks a couple of boxes.
Yep.
That'll fucking do.
It's got a big old naked man in for the ladies. Ticking all the boxes.
I don't think so, unless you get really like titillated by the start of Alan Wake 2.
Well, it's there for a reason. Big chunky naked men are making a comeback.
On that note, do you guys have anything else?
I've got a few actually, yeah.
Cool.
We'll save the biggie for later, thanks.
Is that? Oh,
Yeah. Batman Ninja versus Yakuza League.
I'll watch it if I can watch it subbed instead of dubbed.
Alright.
That's my terms.
Why?
Because dubbed shit's shit.
But no, it's made so that they can do its animation. It's made so they can do both, so it can have a UK voice, an English voice cast, and a Japanese voice cast.
if it's been made with the Japanese voice cast and then dubbed,
It's not dubbed. It's just revoiced.
won't be accurate.
I disagree with you on this plan. Yeah, I mean, it looks batshit. Meant that.
Punning.
But yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
I like Batman
Actually, yeah,
Ninja.
it looks good.
I've got a couple more.
You legitimately are saving that one for last, aren't you?
Fucking too right.
You're so fucking weird.
New Until Dawn trailer.
I'm really, really intrigued by this. Like, what they're doing with the formatting just looks really, really interesting to me.
I don't need to see another trailer for this. I want to watch the film. I'm not like, yes, give me the fucking film. The more they show me of it, the less interested I will get, to the point of where I just will like, I don't want to watch this. I'll watch it, but I won't want to.
Okay.
So just fucking show me the film now. On Swift Horses.
This looks really good.
Looks quite good actually, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Just it's soft focus, attractive people kissing each other.
I don't really like Jacob Elordi's particular brand of just being fucking weird looking and everyone telling you he's really hot, but he looks alright in this. I don't really like Daisy Edgar Jones. She looks alright in this.
I don't mind her actually.
So yeah, I think this looks really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks quite good. I remember the book being like a big deal.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You can't read.
I've read books. Many a book. And then the biggie.
It's not the biggie.
It's the biggie.
You're so fucking weird.
It's the biggie. The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. Just yes. 10 out of 10. Film of the year.
It's kind of wild that that's like the first fully animated Looney Tunes film ever.
Yeah. It's bonkers, isn't it?
Like, how does that happen?
If this is your Transformers 1, Mark, then I am happy for you.
Do you know what? It just might be. And if this gets just even a single cinema screening, I
Be
feel
there, day one.
I feel fucking sorry for everybody else that is going to be in that screening.
Oh god, yeah, same.
Yeah. I'm the guy who got like her headphones taken off him 3 times on a plane because of Looney Tunes. What?
You're so fucking weird, man.
Yeah. Banned me from using my TV.
Ow.
So yeah, that's trailers, yeah. Fucking hell, let's do a movie.
Cool.
Fucking barreling through. What should we do? Well, do you know what? We don't want to end the feature reviews on a bum note, do we?
Can I just lie and pretend I didn't get bullied into watching this and not talk
No,
about it?
you can't.
Okay.
You can't. Let's find out what IMDb says about Captain America, which is written by 7,000 people and directed by a man, and stars a void. Danny Ramirez, Shira Haas, Giancarlo Esposito, the voice of Liv Tyler, Tim Blake Nelson, Harrison Ford, Sebastian Stan, for some reason. Yeah.
I mean, it's the high point of the movie, to be fair.
Sam Wilson, the new Captain America. Did they mention that?
I don't think they did, no.
Finds himself in the middle of an international incident and must discover the motive behind a nefarious global plan. Ian, Captain America, Brave New World. Were you aware that that Sam Wilson is now Captain America?
It's news to me, I'll be honest. Did that happen in the mid-credits?
I think it might have done. I don't think they mentioned it quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean...
Sorry, go on.
Sorry, Bess, go on.
I was just going to say, at least they finally fucking addressed the thing in the middle of the sea.
I mean, yeah.
It just kind of felt like the reading you would do for extra credit if in a course.
That's very accurate, yeah.
I thought Harrison Ford came to play.
Yeah.
That was good. The odd bit of political intrigue in this, like America's relationship with Japan and stuff like that, kind of like tickled the dad cinema liking in me to an extent. But it all looked pretty chopped together. The fact that Giancarlo Esposito's character wasn't even in the film until reshoots shows you how much it was. You can look it up, it's true. Shows you how much it was all just fucking Frankensteined together. And, you know, I mean, it's trying to do some interesting stuff, like the Isaiah Bradley, is that his name? The character's name, anyway. The fact that, like, he was imprisoned by his own government, and, you know, Ross was an antagonistic figure, and, you know, that could have been interesting, but it's not, because it's obvious that he was brainwashed. It just felt. It all felt a little bit pointless, and, you know, by the end, where it's, spoiler alert, where it's Sam saying, "Yeah, I'm going to remake the Avengers." God, are you? You really?
And, like, right. The thing is, weirdly, I think I enjoyed it the most out of the three of us. But, like, throughout it, you know, when something hits your brain and you can't, it becomes like a reaction thing. So, you know, the bit in The Dark Knight where at the start of it, the Scarecrow is selling essentially his nerve potion as like a drug thing.
Yeah.
And then those like fake Batmen come out.
Yes.
And you've got fucking Cillian Murphy just goes, "That's not him." My brain kept saying that every time somebody called him Captain America or Cap. My brain just went, Cillian Murphy going, "That's not him." And I couldn't get it out of my head. And it's just, he's not Captain America. Stop trying to tell us he is. And then, and I know I'm jumping in now, but I might as well do my little bit on it. I enjoyed it. It's fine. It is flimsy as fuck. And the action set pieces are just, this just feels like everything I've ever seen before in a Marvel movie.
Well, that's what I was going to say about it. Everything in here has been done better elsewhere. It's like every element of this is other Marvel bits from Wish. They've done Mind Control better in Winter Soldier. They've done Captain America better in Steve Rogers. They've done the fucking Avengers better in every other iteration. Like, if his Avengers that he's setting up is him, who's shit, and that fucking other guy, Torres?
Yeah.
Who's shit.
I mean,
What the fuck?
who
What else has he got?
yeah, because
Captain America will return, it comes up on the end, and it's like, just please fucking don't.
that's the
off.
I mean, because that's the question, isn't it? Because Spider-Man, when you left him in No Way Home, he was in a fucking universe where nobody remembered who Spider-Man was.
Yeah.
I don't think we're ever going to see any of the Eternals again. So what? It's going to be fucking Shang-Chi.
Who everyone seems to have forgotten about.
Yeah.
The only decent movie post Endgame, though, to be fair.
Yeah. Maybe some of the Thunderbolts.
Yep.
Ant-Man.
They do reference him quite a lot in this.
They do mention him a little bit, don't they? Yeah. It does feel a little bit like, you know, when you go to the supermarket sometimes and they're playing like a Blag covers album.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, this isn't like anybody. This is what this movie is. It's one of those Blag cover albums.
That's the thing. It's not like just reprehensible shit.
No.
It's not. And I think Harrison Ford is a major part of that, to be honest. Honestly, I thought Ross's character arc was alright, actually.
Yeah. He's there. He's not just turned... Because Ford can be a little bit, I have turned up for my paycheck, my plane needs servicing. And he's not in this. He seems quite engaged, and he's in it. He's probably in it as much as anybody else.
And I know, like, a lot of people have been criticising, oh, but, you know, the marketing was all about Red Hulk and he's only in it for the last 15 minutes. Mm. Would you want him to be Red Hulk for much more than a fight?
Yeah, well, that's it. When he's on the carrier ship and he's almost hulking out.
Yeah,
I was sat going, I don't want him to Hulk out now because that doesn't make sense. Because what's he going to do? Hulk out on a cat? That ship's just going to sink, and this is going to be weird. Where does this go? And then he left, and I was like, all right, that's fair enough. But I was thinking, I mean, this is getting close to the end. Is he literally just going to Hulk out at the end? But you're right. You won't want him hulking out 40 minutes into it.
No.
Because then they've got to get the Hulk to come and battle him.
Yeah.
And clearly, Ruffalo was like, nah, I'm busy.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it was the kind of like the bad guy focus was kind of all over the place because, you know, Giancarlo Esposito just pops up. I mean, like, that was fucking funny when Sam's just driving along and then bang, and then there he is for a fight between the two of them because it was a reshoot and none of the other actors could make it. So it's just them, no fucking extras anywhere, even though it's in broad daylight and shit's smashing and crashing.
Yeah. There's not a single other person around.
No. And then, you know, Tim Blake Nelson pops up and...
Tim Blake Nelson is great whenever Tim Blake Nelson turns up, and he's very good for that kind of role. He will chew that up like a motherfucker. But the design of him is just bad. It's just bad. The design of him, when it's revealed what he actually looks like, I'm like, shit, is this movie from like 2002?
It's bad, isn't it? It's really bad.
Like, you'd expect that from like the Phantom. But I was genuinely, I was never bored during it.
I'm stunned by that.
I
was bored all the way through this movie. I broke off at one point to go do the washing up, and I had a better time.
It's just it is some going through the motions stuff. But it's not Eternals. It's not just. Oh, for fuck's sake! Why am I like? What are we doing here? It's not that. But it is just right. They've got these chess pieces in this particular place, so now they can move on from there.
Yeah.
That's it. We've got a film that has Sam do some Captain America stuff and be Captain America, and now he's Captain America.
Yeah. But he's not. Like, he's not Captain America. That's the thing. It's just, he's not. Stop trying to convince. And the one I said this to you know, because we watched it separately. This is the first of the Marvel movies where I've come away from it going, oof, that was a bit America for me. It was a little bit like that.
Chesty.
Yeah. I mean, at the end, him going back to him going, Mr. President, it's like, I mean, it just, like, calm it down a little bit. And so, Cap, you just work for the government now. That seems shady.
Yeah.
The thing is, and I feel, you know, I do feel bad in a way, but I'm not particularly impressed by Anthony Mackie in these films, but the attack on, like, DEI and whatnot that's happening at the moment, the likely plummet that this is going to take in its second weekend, I could see it very easily being, right, how do we put Chris Evans back in?
Oh, yeah. I think that is already going on behind the scenes. I think that they have... The fact that the fact that when they tested this movie, it tested so badly that they had to create an entire new character to make it more interesting.
Can I just say as well, the bit at the beginning, like the first fight that he has, where it's to get like the adamantium back, yeah, in Mexico.
Yes.
Right. Do you remember those Kevin Hart wedding photographs where it came out that he was stood like really far in front of his wife so that it was like a forced perspective thing?
Yeah.
That is what that is like, and it looks like they've just strapped pillows to him underneath his costume. He's never that big at any other point in this movie.
Well, he's got all the armour. I was like, that armour's up. That suit is a lot of it is padding.
But even when he's wearing that suit later in the movie, it's like, right, you were like 3 times that big in that first fight. What the fuck's gone on there?
There is an element of that, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like they went, have you got in shape for it, haven't they? Peak fucking shape. Absolute. Cool.
Where?
We wanted Michael B. Jordan peak shape. Not like...
Scrawny little scrapper.
Not, I went to the gym 3 times last month. Boom.
Oh, the Paul Mescal routine.
Yeah, the Paul Mescal. Never went to a gym. Never went to a fucking gym.
I'm just naturally athletic. I don't
Just
really
naturally
need to
athletic.
go to the gym that much. Fuck off.
Yeah. Mate, we saw you without your shirt on. You maybe did to play a gladiator.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
A couple of rounds of fucking highlight don't fucking count, Paul.
Highlight. Fucking hell, not heard that in ages.
Look, shit. But, and would have been worse if not for Harrison Ford. But if it was in my, do you know what? If it was in my bottom 10 at the end of the year, I'd be like, do you know, decent year.
Also, the Black Widow girl that was in it.
Oh, yeah.
Ruth.
Yeah,
Bat.
Ruth Batshaper.
Yeah.
Right. If you're going...
Fucking Ruth.
Yeah.
Who calls a character in a comic book Ruth?
If you're going to cast somebody who has to have a physical capability, similar to like Scarlett Johansson looks like physically she could do that kind of shit. This girl looks like she's 7 stone, soaking wet.
Yeah.
It's just, you look at it going, I'm sorry, but was the gym closed?
Yeah. You couldn't afford memberships for everybody.
It just feels a little bit...
All the budget's been spent on Anthony Mackie's pillows.
When the fucking henchest guy right, is a 73-year-old guy, there's a worry. I think it's shit. But I was fine with it. But my God. What I will say is, I've never watched, I don't know what happened in Falcon the Winter Soldier. I've not watched I've watched one episode of, I think it was, what was it, that Secret Invasion, was it?
Yeah.
Crap is that?
And it was an ITV drama.
Yeah.
That is all I've watched of any of these, the series bits. I pretty much understood what was going on, but that might have been because I just didn't care enough to go, wait, so is he from something else?
It is wild how much they have fucked their own product.
Oh, yeah.
It's honestly, it makes me quite sad to see it because I loved the films. I really, really fucking loved the films, and they have absolutely fucked it.
Yeah, it is. It basically is. They had the secret sauce, and then Feige went, do you know what we're gonna do? What we're gonna spread this out everywhere. We're gonna get this fucking secret sauce. It's gonna be available everywhere in every different machination you can get. This secret sauce is gonna be that. And you're going, holy fucking shit, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna add water to it. Just fucking loads of water.
It just...
Will that dilute it?
Fantastic Four on, I feel like it's going to be a really hard reset.
Yeah.
You know, and they've laid the ground with the adamantium stuff in this as well. You know, you get Fantastic Four, you start doing X-Men.
That's it. Fantastic Four the end credits to Fantastic Four, the post credits bit will be them unveiling Wolverine.
Thing is, they've made so many mistakes so that they're gonna have to fix. Anthony Mackie is a mistake as Captain America. He is a full-blown, unmitigated disaster as it. He's awful.
Yeah,
He's awful
which is
as
why
Captain
Steve
America.
Rogers will come back.
And Anthony Mackie's character, like
He'll-
whatever the fuck he's called, Sam Wilson will die.
No, he'll be Captain America Part 2.
No, he will. Hopefully, he will die.
I could see him getting killed off in one of the new Avengers films.
I would love that.
Yeah, in the head. Goes.
There in the cinema. Yes, well done.
I'm putting a crew together. Shit, you snuck on me up here a little bit there, Cap. Cap, you alright? Oh shit, he's dead.
Just fucking awful. The more I think about it, the more this might be my Suspiria for the year.
I
Oh,
don't
shit,
think it can
wow.
be.
I fully hate
That's-
it. I
oh,
resented
mate, it's
every
early.
moment spent with it.
That's real early.
I know.
It's
I know.
early.
I just can't see me hating anything more than this.
I don't know, give it time. That's early to use your Suspiria. It's February. Give it time.
I know, but
I'm
that's like a referee not giving decisions early in the game because
that's fair, but
Do you know what I mean?
you might regret it.
I know.
Um,
I can't see anything being worse than this for me this year.
I don't think I had enough about it to be that bad.
That is my only thing, and the fact that Sebastian Stan's in there, and I love
Yeah,
Sebastian
but he's
Stan.
barely
I love
in there.
But he's there,
But
and it is the best few seconds of the movie.
but it is almost like it's a favour.
Oh yeah, 100% is. But we just need some continuity, please, when you just put in an appearance.
Yeah, the fact that he's on one of the posters, it's like
It's wild.
as like full blown Bucky, and it's like, well, you're not.
What's that congressman shit about as well?
Yeah,
He was a fucking Russian agent super soldier.
isn't he in? I mean, that's not.
Well, yeah,
It's
no,
not too
yeah.
unbelievable at the moment.
Yeah, that's
Isn't
right.
he in Thunderbolts
Yeah.
as proper like fucking
Bucky.
Bucky?
I believe so, yeah.
Fucking wild.
Absolute bag of
Thunderbolts
shite.
should start
Yeah.
with them just with one of them just going like that fucking David Harbour just turning a TV off and going with like the end bit of this movie on, turning the TV off and going, that was a shit TV movie, and then they start Thunderbolts.
Or with like an in-joke of them going, did you actually tell Wilson that you were a fucking congressman? And he bought
And he
it.
bought it. It's like, yeah, he's a fucking dumbass.
Yeah, it's alright, he's dead now. Oh my god, I would love it if they killed him off screen.
In Thunderbolts.
Oh, that would be about...
Fucking Harbour just walks in and goes, ha ha! Kill Captain America!
He just walks in with shield and then flings it over into a corner.
Boom!
Oh,
Ah, see, this is why
God.
we should be writing these fucking movies.
that'd be better.
Yeah. Right, touching cloth 50%, shit 50%. People did not like that movie. Right, fuck it. Let's do another. Let's do another feature review. Because why the fuck not? We're on a fucking roll. We're in the end game now. Well, we're not actually. We're halfway through. Right, I'm getting it up. There we go. There we go. Heart Eyes. Written by Christopher Landon and Michael Kennedy and directed by Josh Rubin. What did he do recently?
Werewolves Within.
That was it, yeah. And stars people. Olivia Holt. Who the fuck is she? Is she a musician?
Genericus McGee.
We'll get into that. Mason Gooding and other people. Oh, Devon Sawyer and Jordana Brewster. It was quite nice seeing those guys in something.
It's never nice seeing Jordana Brewster. She's got her face.
Yeah, I did mind her in this stuff.
She was alright.
We'll get into it. For the past several years, the Heart Eyes Killer has wreaked havoc on Valentine's Day by stalking and murdering romantic couples. This Valentine's Day, no couple is safe. Ian, because you watched this like a week and a bit ago. Heart Eyes, what did you think?
Yeah, I had fun with Heart Eyes. I thought it was solid. Cool. It kind of mix of rom-commy kind of energy with some pretty full-throated gore.
Rom-comedy horror, I referred to it as the other day.
Yeah, totally fair. All spoilers all the time. I really like the fact that the killer wasn't just some sad sack guy, but it was just a throuple who had a kink. That felt very now, fair play. I mean I thought that speech at the towards the end that the friend has, where she just keeps on mentioning names of rom-coms.
That was really good.
And then at the end, just added in an actually for no fucking reason. It's fun, and also
the fact that when she does that though, it's a bit that I noticed when she does that. Mason Gooding just gives a proper fourth wall breaking look into the camera, and it was well played.
It's and I thought the relationship between the central two worked. I think Mason Gooding made more of an impression than Olivia Holt, but I didn't think she was awful. And I thought they had decent enough chemistry with each other. It's good. What do you guys think?
Bex, what do you think?
Yeah, I think there's not a lot to it, but
sure.
I think it does well with what is there. I think if it took itself even a smidge more seriously, it would fail spectacularly because of the flimsiness of the actual story. But because it's look, we know we've got no story, but we're just gonna have some real fucking good fun with this. It works because it's just fuck it, let's just be daft for a few hours and kill people. That kill at the start in the wine press?
Yeah.
It's great. Really enjoyed that.
The fact that you're looking going, oh no, this is what's going to happen here. And then you're going, but she kind of deserves it because she seems like a terrible person. Yeah. And then you screen of it and she turns on literally fucking looks at you and it's oh. Yeah. I am watching it though.
Yeah. I do agree with something that you said, that the casting for the main girl fails a bit.
For me, yeah.
She's not funny enough, adorable enough.
She's not charming, he is. Charming
enough for this role.
Yeah.
I think Jordana Brewster does really well with the comedy element of this. She's funny in this.
There is a little bit of a, why have you been taking yourself seriously for the past 25 years?
Yeah. Is Devon Sauer, is he the...
Final Destination?
Yeah. No, but is he the other cop guy? Yeah. I was looking at him I know your face, who are you? And then I forgot to look it up. They're really good as a duo, they're really funny.
The Hobbs and Shaw.
Randomness Hobbs and Shaw thing.
Yeah.
And they're never seen it.
Yeah, and the friend, she could have been easily really, really fucking annoying, but she just lands just very slightly on the right side of that.
Yeah, she wears it quite well. Yeah. But I get what you're saying. It is teetering on the edge of, oh my god, you're too much of a stereotype. Yeah. It's just irritating.
Yeah. But I think it plays into the stereotypes just the right amount, and I just think it really, really fucking works.
Yeah.
Could have done with a bit of a better story, I'm not going to lie.
I quite like the throuple bit of when they take the mask off and they go, who's this guy? Don't know. Because as an audience, we know the other two. We just don't know this guy.
Yeah. I do find it a little bit disappointing as well that the weakest two performances are the two main performances.
I think he's great.
I thought Mason Gooding was good.
I didn't know he was Cuba Gooding Jr.'s lad either.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
He plays the fucking just I am just charming. You keep thinking, at what point is he going to crack and is this going to be an act? And I love the fact that it doesn't. That he is just nice.
Yeah, do you know what I think it might be though? It might be that he's fine in it, and I just find him a little peculiar to look at. He looks like someone slightly overinflated his face.
I think he's been harsh there. I think he's
not a like fucked up amount, just very slightly.
I like the fact that he's just really smiley. It's like
Yeah.
he's perfect for the tone of this movie.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
You know, I thought he was irritating in the first Scream movie that he did, and really good in the second. Because he plays like the jock guy in like the Scream movies.
The brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like him in the first, but I really liked him in the second. They rounded his character off in the second.
I like him in Scream. I like both of them in Scream, though. You don't like the sister, do you?
No, she's irritating. But yeah, I had a good time with this. It's really fun, and I think, like you said, Bex, it gets its tone really well, and it's a proper slasher movie. You know,
Yep.
It's got all those elements, and slasher movies are a bit daft, and they always end up in a weird place where you've got a showdown. And I like that, and it's grim, but it's almost like it's like comedically grim without being
The bit where she gets fucking like beheaded at the end, but it's happening
it's
so
slow motion,
slowly.
and she's trying not to throw up.
Yeah.
I do think they should have had her throwing up again at that moment. I think that would have been a bit of a well played.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that she keeps throwing up on all these killers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like everyone in our screening for this was just like, oh,
Yeah.
as it was slowly like the weight of herself was pulling it down.
And there was a decent amount of people in our screen. It wasn't like packed or even like half packed, but there was a decent third full, I'd say.
Nice.
But everyone was just going, yeah, The girl in front of us was full blown, like, and that weird guy that she was with that ran.
Oh my god, was that them?
Yeah, right. Context. So there's a couple in front of us, and yeah, they were having a lovely time reacting to it and everything like that.
Yeah.
We got out of the cinema, and then literally he just ran away.
But like,
What?
Riverdance ran, like his head wasn't moving, just his knees were coming up really high, like really weirdly ran.
Yeah.
But ran.
Like ran for like a long time.
Yeah, not just like ran across the road so a car didn't hit him or anything like that. Like ran across
Like across the car park.
the pathways, across the road, all the way across the car park. Like
We just watched him going, he's still running.
but she was
Where's
right.
he going?
She was right behind us as well, so she must have been able to hear us, just fucking
And she was
creasing at her guy.
She was just like walking, and he was just like running.
It was weird, really
Wow.
It was really, and he ran to the point of like going, he's now out of sight. Where's he going?
Yeah.
It was odd behaviour.
Do you reckon maybe he misread like the parking thing or something like that and was really panicking about his car? And
He ran-
it was a game day or
He
something.
ran beyond the car park though.
They did, didn't they?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe he
Maybe
lived in
something
Huntington and he realised, shit, I have left the iron on.
I mean, it's a bit late there though, isn't it? You've watched the whole movie, mate.
Yeah, I know. But you know, when you gotta run, you gotta run.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heart eyes.
Maybe,
definitely not shit.
you know, like in Speed, you've got to keep your speed above a certain amount.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like that with his heart rate, and he
Crank.
realised, like crank, high voltage.
Yeah.
And he was like, shit, my heart rate's getting low. I better run
Yeah.
home.
It was up in that movie and it's dropped too far down. I better go for
Yeah.
a big old run.
No, maybe that's it. Maybe once you have to keep it at the highest it
Yeah.
gets to, and because the movie was so exciting.
Yeah. Tipped me over the edge.
There we go. We've solved it.
Yeah, boom. Solved the mystery of the... I reckon he's still running right now.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
He's got to just like run past the
He
house.
can run past the house, go, there he fucking goes. She'll pass by like 4 hours later just looking at her phone again.
Yeah.
Yeah, heart eyes. Definitely not shit.
Definitely not shit. Yeah.
Yep, same.
Ian,
Yo.
what you been watching?
Yeah, I've got a few things. Let's pull them up here. So, Strangers Chapter 1. I know you guys
Ooh.
had already seen it. Yeah. I mean, there kind of has to be some supernatural stuff going on here. Because I don't know. There's maybe like a dozen times where the people really should be hearing the strangers. I won't spoil the mid-credits bit, but the mid-credits bit is literally as if Rennie Harlin is just taking the piss.
Yeah.
It's a fucking incredible moment of how does that person not know they're there. Breathtaking. The guy in this is a dickhead, as I think Mark said when he talked about this.
Possibly the worst person that has ever existed in movies.
I mean, that's a choice to say that.
Is that because he's not a person?
I mean, there is a moment in this film where he really should be believing his girlfriend when she says that she thinks there's somebody in the house.
Yep.
And, you know, it's not even that it's random. That they've already seen some evidence that weird stuff is happening, and that's a possibility. And yet, yeah, silly film, bad, you know, but at the same time, if they actually said in the second one they mix things up a bit, maybe I'd be interested. But, oh, also, the title card at the start is one of the maddest title cards I've ever seen, where it says like there's X amount of violent crimes in America every year, and in oh God, I'm paraphrasing, but it's like there have been 7 since you started watching this film.
Yeah,
and it's like what? It's the horrible fucking.
That reminds me of one of the great moments in live musical performance. So Bono at a concert once decided to go like this, like to click his fingers. I did it, kept going like every 7 seconds, something like that.
God.
And then said, that's 7 seconds. Every second a child dies of hunger in the world. Every click is a child dying. And then somebody from the audience shouts, "Stop clicking on your fucking monster!"
It's pretty good.
And it's just... you try to make a point, Bono, and you made it in fucking Scotland.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the Wanderers... Lana Del Rey, I've got my red dress on. No, you don't. From Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Strangers Chapter 1, bad film. To Live and Die in LA, first time, first watch of this in a good long while. I mean, it's cracking. It's so...
In your face.
Yeah, and just like... nobody comes out of it clean. No one.
No.
You know, you got John Pankow, who plays William Peterson's partner in it, who in the last scene basically turns into Timu William Peterson. It's an incredible scene, just rocking up to Peterson's informant / fuck buddy, her house with these glasses on and a jacket with the kind of collar popped out like William Peterson. It's like, okay, very unsubtle, Friedkin, but the entire film's been unsubtle, so cool. But it is just a funny image when he's walking along. It's like, you're not William Peterson, mate. Don't even try. But yeah, I mean, man, scuzzy film, but really engaging.
It's seedy as fuck.
Yeah.
I once heard John Turturro describe it as, it's basically Cocaine the movie.
Nice.
John Totoro did say that once, you're right.
Yeah.
That's a bit of AI image creation nightmare. John Totoro. Right. So rewatch Goodfellas because why not? The
Fucking hell, what a film.
Joe Pesci talking about the painting that his mum's done, where it's like, this dog's looking this way, this dog's looking the other way, and the guy's here just like, what are you gonna do? Oh god! And then they're like, "Hey, he looks like a friend of ours, doesn't he?" And he's talking about Billy Bats, who they've got like in the trunk,
In the car, yeah.
Man, like yeah. I mean, it's an all-timer, insanely watchable film. And no, it's Goodfellas. So I was in a kind of a mobby mood. So then I did a first time watch of Jonathan Demme's Married to the Mob, which came out a couple years before Goodfellas.
Yep.
But it's basically if Lorraine Bracco went, fuck this, I'm off. But with cartoon gangsters. Like Dean Stockwell plays Tony the Tiger, and he's just got this like white zoot suit thing on the entire film and this hat, and it's weird. It's like it's both supposed to be this Michelle Pfeiffer starting her life over again and trying to find happiness thing, with also just like a comic book approach to gangsters. Where literally the start of the film, like the title card comes up, Married to the Mob, and then like the mob bit gets all shot out. And it's like, what? Alec Baldwin's agent played an absolute blinder here. He gets single card billing, might be third or fourth billed, and he's dead within 15 minutes. It's just, sorry to spoil Married to the Mob, but it's literally the first 15 minutes. It was like, wow, alright. And then, unfortunately, Matthew Modine plays the lead, and he is anti-charisma, and for me, capsizes basically the entire film. One of the worst lead performances I've seen in quite some time. Not in the slightest charming, even though you're supposed to believe that Michelle Pfeiffer basically takes one look at him and is... I'll have a bit of that, thank you very much.
He's always been a really peculiar screen presence.
It might be it might be the way he's being directed in this again, because the tone of the film is so odd. But like Pfeiffer's really, really good. Dean Stockwell's really good. I don't know what Matthew Modine was doing in this. I said to you yesterday, Mark, like it's like Carrie Elways and Ethan Hawke went in The Fly Machine.
Yeah, which is spot on.
And you've got the charisma of Carrie Elways, not Ethan Hawke there, because I don't necessarily think Carrie Elways is particularly, but Carrie Elways like kind of takes the piss out of that though. Like by the time he's rocking up in Hot Shots, like. He's just a dickhead, and he thinks he's charming, and that's what Matthew Modine is in this. And by the end, I was like, I really, really hope Michelle Pfeiffer tells him to fuck off. Not like, oh, I think everybody deserves a second chance. No, absolutely not. So, honestly, the most lead performance completely tanking a film for me that I've seen in quite some time.
He's an odd. It has to be a very specific film for Matthew Modine to work because of that kind of like it. I don't think he has. He has a similar energy to someone like Kyle MacLachlan, but he can't carry it well enough.
Yeah. I mean, because. He's just playing a prick. And he thinks he's charming. And he thinks he's hot shit.
Yeah.
And it's such a shame, because Alec Baldwin, in the first 10-15 minutes, he's really charming. You can see why Michelle Pfeiffer's kind of like into him. Or was into him, to be honest. And yeah, anyway, Married to the Mob. Nah. Also, the David Byrne score has not aged well. It's emphatically David Byrne, but it's a bit of a curio. Is Married to the Mob. I'll say that. Okay, and then a first-time watch that I kind of realised while watching it, I've never actually seen this film before, The Blues Brothers, which rules. Just great anarchic energy.
Yeah.
Belushi is so good in this. The car action is incredible. Like the driving through the mall, the 25 minutes at the end. It's just terrific. And you've got Carrie Fisher popping up every now and then, basically just trying to kill them. Like, when she rocks up in a car, the first time you see her, there's no context, outside of Belushi's apartment, and just pulls out a rocket launcher and fires it at the building. Hardest I've laughed at a film in quite some time.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in I don't think I've watched it since I watched it just before the movie you're going to talk about next. So it's probably been 25 years since I watched it.
I mean, honestly, it was $3.99 on Apple TV in 4K.
Ooh, I might get that.
That's
a bite.
Yeah, it was ace. Like, really, really fun.
Ah, nice.
And then I watched Blues Brothers 2000. So, this film is notorious and notoriously bad. Mm-hmm. And it feels like Landis and Aykroyd owed some money to some people and were just like, what can we just shit out?
Yeah.
It's such a downgrade. And, obviously, John Landis has had a colourful career and was definitely on the downslope with this. And they have a kid in it who doesn't really do anything. Once he's introduced, he just dances. You've got really slapdash, seemingly made up on the spot stuff where, I don't know, let's have them be zombies. And they literally, John Goodman and Dan Aykroyd get turned into zombies by a witch played by Erykah Badu.
Yep.
And the first film the first film's got Carrie Fisher like getting a rocket launcher and firing it at a house. It's not like these films are set in reality as such, but that's funny. The stuff that the Illinois Nazis dropping from that massive height towards the end of the Blues Brothers, that's funny. It's satisfying. This, it's just what's happening now? Why are they zombies? Look, John Goodman and Joe Morton are really giving it a go. Fair play, Dan Aykroyd, the fact that now he has to sing, no. The song that he does at the start before John Goodman turns up and proves he can sing, no. Dan Aykroyd, do what you do in the original one. Do the odd bit of backing vocals during a chorus and dance.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do. Yeah. I mean, there's a bit in it where they're singing Ghost Riders in the Sky, and Ghost Riders actually seemingly do appear above them. Maybe.
It's just like every idea they had, they made, and every idea was bad.
Yeah. No, I mean, it is just bizarre. This can't have been. I don't know how Universal greenlit it. I don't know how that happens. And I mean the musical set pieces as well. Like there's one where it's just this 5-minute sequence where Wilson Pickett is singing to them about a sex line operation that he runs. And James Brown is in this again, and just it isn't doing it like I don't know, just doing some gospel thing, and that's fine. Aretha Franklin's in it again, doing the most tossed off version of Respect you may have ever heard. It's remarkable. In a Mercedes-Benz showroom that her character now owns. So you've just got them dancing in a car showroom. Yeah. And it just, why is it called Blues Brothers 2000 when it came out in 1998?
Yeah. I mean, the N64 game came out in 2000, so at least that's accurate.
Great. Honest, baffling.
Yeah.
Baffling film. And that's it for me.
Bex.
Yes.
What have you been watching?
I have not.
Cool.
Oh,
what
wow.
have you been watching?
I've watched a lot of Yellow Jackets.
Yeah. Do they have Yellow Jackets?
There's yellow on the jackets.
Then it's not totally inaccurate then.
Exactly.
Sure.
How you getting on with it?
All right, yeah, I think about halfway through season 2.
Yep.
It's good.
Because we've also rewatched High Fidelity, haven't we?
Yes.
The TV show, not the movie. We'll probably watch the movie in the next couple of weeks.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. We watched the TV show, didn't we?
We did, yeah. Been a lot of TV in my life
Because
this week.
it's a fucking masterpiece of TV.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, it's very good, yes.
Yes.
I wouldn't necessarily go as far as to call it a masterpiece.
Well, you're wrong.
Yeah, Yellow Jackets and High Fidelity. That's been my week. Sorry, guys.
But we did watch. What did we watch on? We didn't do Valentine's Day because I was at work till 8:30.
Yeah, you were
And then
late then and early, so I saw you for about half an hour on Valentine's
Yeah, I
Day,
literally, I finished work at 8:30, got home at 9:30, then had to
food,
leave
don't
at
you?
at 4:30 in the morning to get to work for 5:30. Yeah. So yeah, it was a bit of one of those. By the way, just to point out, we're not necessarily supposed to do that shift because it's too short in between it. But it would have meant somebody else who was going out for Valentine's would have had to come in and do that early shift, and I offered to do it for them. So it was the company don't make us do that from there to there.
Just to further clarify, I did not condone that action and was very annoyed with it.
I was getting home at 9:30 anyway,
care.
so fine. So we watched. What did we watch on our Valentine?
We watched the Denise Richards vehicle Valentine.
We did watch Valentine, didn't we?
Terrific.
Yeah.
We've watched this
A few
way
times.
too many times.
A few times,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I believe we also saw it at the cinema, didn't we?
I think we did actually.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Yeah. We were the person who saw it in the cinema. Actually,
I really like it.
it's kind of fun. It's better than it probably should be.
Yeah.
Everybody in it is a terrible person.
Yeah.
It's not even that good, but it's quite watchable. It's in that sweet spot before everything became torture porn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where it's got like a very 2000s energy to it, but it also has like mid-noughties sensibilities towards horror.
Yeah. Like, I feel like... is there anything in it that's particularly, like, grim?
There's a couple of kills that are a bit... but it's not like too bad.
Yeah. No, I don't think... Yeah, like you said, there's nothing that feels, like, exploitatively grim.
No, there's, I would say that the randomness, the random other woman that fucking guy who plays the douchebag in Van Wilder.
Oh, it's him.
Yeah, the other woman that he's conned
Yeah.
when she gets killed.
How does she die?
He throws her through the shower screen.
Oh, yeah.
And then he smashes her head down on a piece of broken glass, in spite of the fact that shower screens are made out of tempered glass, so it would just shatter into her.
Probably not in America. Their
Probably
safety
not, actually, that's a good
guidelines aren't
point, yeah.
strict, are they?
Yeah.
Ours won't be in a few years. Give it a minute.
Yeah, fair play. But yeah, watch Valentine. That was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Denise Richards is such a weird screen presence as well. Like, she's so weird to have in a movie. I can't decide whether I like her in stuff or dislike her in stuff. She always seems to play an absolute cunt. And I think that's just because she's got, like, resting cunt face.
I think my issue always is with Denise Richards is her entire character is, look how hot I am. And I'm like, I just don't think you're that hot.
I think you'd probably be in the minority there, though.
That's fine, but I think that's why it doesn't work for me. Yeah. Right. Now, I have actually watched movies because I care. I watched the movie Bat 21, which is based on a true story.
Bat 21?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Gene Hackman and Danny Glover.
Right.
So, it's the historical accuracy has kind of been dramatised a little bit. But it's set in the last days of Vietnam. And Gene Hackman plays a real-life guy called Isel Hambleton. And he's like a signals and operations specialist. So basically, he came up with a lot of the plans for things. And the story is that he comes up with a plan because there's this big raid that's going to be co-orchestrated by the Russians and the Vietnamese and the Viet Cong to attack these bases, and he works out the plan to, this is how we can stop it quite easily. And it involves going on a rec mission, and then that rec mission will determine where to strike, and then when they strike there, they'll actually be able to do the mission. But on the rec mission, he gets shot down, and he ends up behind enemy lines, let's say, and he's got to get from one place to another, and the only point of contact he's got is Danny Glover's character, who basically runs like the spy planes that they have, but not like spy planes like fucking drones that we have here. They're just like very sort of like low flying aircrafts that they had in Vietnam that would go underneath but they just didn't bother to shoot. And it's an odd one because the idea is that that this guy is a very highly decorated lieutenant, and he's very well thought of within the military, and he has been in action at that, but he's never been up close to anything in Vietnam, and so you've got him reacting to bits of going, of like, because he keeps communicating with Danny Glover's character and sort of saying, you need to get me out of it. It's different when you're actually down here and you're looking at it. And he kind of has all these like mini sort of like crises of fuck, I still think we're doing the right thing, but these are still people. And it's that wonderful way that Hackman can do that. Can properly just the brilliance of Hackman is that always was that he could get across humanity in such a wonderful way of but also being Gene Hackman and being fucking just Gene Hackman in things around. But the wondrous of it is he plots a course to get from where he's going to where is safe to be picked up, and how he's going to get there and around it so that they can follow his progress, because he's a very, very keen golfer. He plots his course by giving a code that is these certain golf courses that are on US barracks, and so they have to get his mate to basically go, oh, I know exactly what he's talking about. It's this hole from this, what is it, and this hole from here, and this hole from here. And if you join it together, look, it shows you exactly where he's going. And it's just quite a fun little thing aside to it. It's a good time, Bat 21. It's on Prime at the moment in the UK. But yeah, it's a not that great film and a vaguely interesting story elevated by the fact that you've got Gene Hackman and Danny Glover in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Please say its name properly.
What?
Please just say its name properly.
The Beach?
Thank you.
Why?
Just spent the entire week calling it something else and it's annoyed me.
Yeah, so I watched The Beach, to give it its proper name, because I'd not watched it in a fucking long time. And so I thought, do you know what?
I feel like we've watched this relatively recently. Did I watch it on my own?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't invite me to The Beach. I watched it because I was intrigued to see how it had aged. Not well.
How's that a weird little video game section where he's running, like, and you see glimpses of ugly Leonardo DiCaprio? Because he really does. He has to work to look attractive, does Leonardo DiCaprio. Left in his natural resting state, he's quite an ugly man. And I feel like when he pulls his face in that section, it's like, oh, there he is.
He has an interesting look to him. In my brain, that part was, like, closer to the middle.
Yeah.
It isn't it? It's like the last sort of 15-20 minutes of the movie. Yeah. It's still very watchable. The performances are all still very good in it. But it's the bits that are kind of odd to it are Virginie Leiden, the girl. Like, when you look at it now, you go, do you know what? Like, then there was like a big deal about how attractive she was. And you look back at it now and go, she's just not that attractive actually, is she? She's kind of alright. Like, what was the big whoop?
I think she is quite attractive. You've got a picture of her on your screen right now and she is very pretty.
But there's no big whoop, is what I'm going to say.
Not like, he doesn't just have pictures of Virginie Ledoyen on his computer, by the way. It's like on the IMDb page.
Yeah.
Wikipedia page.
But the fact that it's Danny Boyle directing it, and Danny Boyle is a very, very good director, and Tilda Swinton and Leonardo DiCaprio are very, very good in it, it still makes it quite watchable. But there are bits that have dated it quite... It almost feels like a period piece that happened at that time.
Yeah.
It's quite...
Yeah.
But I did enjoy my rewatch of it. I also rewatched 2016's Passengers. Yeah.
What's that for you?
Yeah. It's an odd duck of a film, is Passengers.
Yes, it is.
It's a really odd duck of a film. Because you're watching it and you're going, fucking hell, mate. Fucking hell. You know, dick move that, bruh. A real dick move. But then you're also watching it going, but fair play. You know, why not?
Wow.
Go big or go home. And he decided to not go home. But then, like, rather than just sort of going, right, we're going to have this story, they go, oh, and also, the ship's exploding. And here's Lawrence Fishburne. The fuck? Lawrence Fishburne's opening line in the movie is, who planted a tree on my ship? You're like, where the fuck did you come from, Lawrence Fishburne? And then he dies. Like, real fucking quick, he dies. Because the ship's bad. It's a really odd movie, and I don't know how it got made. Because there's barely any story. It's basically, they went, right, so this story, they went, that's shit, but we've cast Jennifer Lawrence. They've gone, alright, go on then. What's she going to do? Run a bit? She's gonna just like crawl around on a table for a bit. Like, alright, we're sold. Yeah, go on then. And that's about it. Passengers, shit. Jennifer Lawrence runs a bit, crawls on the table. It's quite good. That's about it. There's a weird dance-off bit. But yeah, that's what we've watched. I've not got
Banner
to
week,
Bridget
mate.
Jones yet.
Banner week.
Yeah, a good week. Well, I always have fun. Right, fucking hell. Let's fucking go. We're going to get gorgeous. Once I've got the fucking IMDb, let's see what this fucking says. The Gorge is written by Zach Dean and directed by Scott Derrickson, and stars Miles Teller, Anya Taylor-Joy, Sigourney Weaver, and some just random skin jobs. It is two highly trained operatives become close after being sent to protect opposite sides of a mysterious gorge. When evil emerges, they must work together to survive what lies within. Yeah. Ian, The Gorge. What do you reckon?
So, this might not be the most objective review of all time, because Anya Taylor-Joy was really doing it for me in this film. I'm just going to be absolutely honest. Yeah, I thought it was all right. It's good. It's good. It's not an absolute banger, but I thought the structure of it was really interesting. How the first 50 minutes is them getting to know each other, and it's not really, once you've had the expository stuff at the beginning, it's not really about what's happening in the gorge at all. It's about Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy's characters. And then, the next 45 minutes or so is, right, we're in this mad, colourful looking place where they're just being attacked by these kind of shit CG beasties. I will say, some of that CG, I was like, they did that better in I Am Legend, and that film's nearly 20 years old now. But
Ian, when they get in there is some on fucking horses.
Yeah, the horse tree guys, good. Liked the horse tree men, the spider skull jumpy men. Yeah, good. Good
character designs.
I would play the fuck out of this game.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely had some gamey vibes to it, didn't it? But also the kind of how the one area is kind of yellowy brown, the other area is like blue, and like, why is that happening? And I don't necessarily think that's ever explained, but it looks good. And then, the last 20 minutes is a bit like, oh, and now it's just them against a bunch of soldiers. That's a shame.
Yeah.
So,
don't really go anywhere, that bit, is it?
No. And, I was just
no,
kind
but
of...
it's back to the cute energy of the first one, though, where they just, love each other. And I think that's really cute. Like, it is like different movies. It's like a spy thriller comedy rom-com. No. I mean, that's it. And I get what you're saying there, because I mean, certainly, like the very last scene, that energy's completely back. But I don't know, just when it's like, oh, the helicopters are coming in, and Sigourney Weaver's like, oh, where are they? And that's not as interesting as what's come before. But yeah, no, I quite liked it. I think people have been quite sniffy about it online, and grow up.
Yeah, I'd absolutely agree with that.
Sniffy about it? How? Like, because I'm painfully offline nowadays, so I haven't really seen anything.
Let me see if I can find some examples, because there's definitely some on good old Letterboxd. Bear with.
I love Letterboxd, but some Letterboxd users really need to just stop using it as a way to prove how fucking cultured they are. It's like, yeah, but is that just because you don't log all the Adam Sandler movies you watch?
Yeah. I do like the fact as well that like they do feel realistic as a couple. Like, I reckon Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy are people who would legitimately find each other fairly fit in real life.
Yeah.
Like, it's believable that they would be attracted to each other. It's believable that they would be a couple.
Yeah.
Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy play a pair of snipers who have snuffed out the lives of no less than 500 human beings between them. These mass murderers meet cute when they both do a terrible job guarding a gorge filled with the detritus of every video game from the last 10 to 15 years. Awful.
Get a fucking grip. They don't do a bad job of it. They actually wipe out the problem.
Yeah. And, my God, there is an element of you need to actually accept the fact that the world exists.
And do you know what? Let things be fun. It's fun that it looks like a video game. I enjoyed the fact that when they got down there and they were walking through the fog, Mark just sat there and went, "Welcome to Silent Hill." Like, it's fine. Video games are cool. They're fun. They're atmospheric. Let it be that.
The same person who has said that has also at some point said, "Of course, video games are art."
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, they are. Or some are. Yeah, no, it is. And I like the fact, because I was a bit about this. I was a bit like, ugh, really, do I need to watch that? And if it had just been what the trailer makes it out to be, which is the spy-y, action-y shit, I think it would have been incredibly fucking boring. Like, I like looking at Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy as much as the next person. However, I don't need to necessarily see that movie. But the meet cute element of it, the rom-com shit makes it elevates it.
I think the fun bit of that is that Miles Teller is actually, that was his bread and butter before the action stuff. He's an action star trying to do the quirky, meet cute, fun bits. That is it. And he is trying his hand a little bit at action. And Anya Taylor-Joy can pretty much do anything, I think, as an actress.
Apart from Furiosa, sorry, Bex.
So yeah, but I think she's good at action. She's good at being charming. She's incredibly charismatic.
And that stuff with her dad at the start, I thought that was really well played as well. You know, it was really sad.
Yeah.
My issue is, though, when she tries to be, like, sweet, it just doesn't ring true with me, because you look into her eyes and you know that she'd fucking kill you as soon as I look at you.
But that adds to her hotness.
But, I mean, that's just fantastic.
Yeah, it's great.
That's fine. No, I really like her and stuff, so I'm only playing.
I had a really good time with this. And like I said, I think you're right, Ian. I don't think it's an absolute banger. I think it's maybe 10-15 minutes too long, and I think that maybe the 10-15 minutes is just, it doesn't need them battling the evil corporation, which is Sigourney Weaver and three guys.
Yeah.
All of whom happen to be American, despite the fact that it's a joint linked up effort to keep the Gorge hidden.
No, I don't think that's a balance. I think there's an American company and probably a Russian company that, what is it? They're separate. I think they're warring parties.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't think they're like doing it in cahoots.
I'll say as well, the Reznor and Ross score, which was kind of almost more like sound design than score at points, I really liked. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, it is, and it's a good look. It's a movie. It's a fucking movie.
Yeah,
Looks like a fucking movie. Some of the, I think bad CGI sadly is just becoming a fact of recent cinema. But it looks good. It is a good looking movie. I would have enjoyed seeing this at the cinema.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
It's a big old definitely not shit from me. I really enjoyed it. If it's anywhere near my top 20 of the year, I'll be a little bit like, ooh. But I'll definitely rewatch it again at some point.
Yeah, Scott Derrickson doing another solid film, and he's got Black Phone 2 next. So
yep.
Yeah.
He's a good good. He's just a good filmmaker.
Yeah, he is.
He knows what he's doing, and he directs things, but he knows how to make things interesting and not just weighed down.
Yeah, for sure.
And the Gorge, what did it get? What did our audience say about the Gorge? By the way, Heart Eyes was touching cloth 50% and shit 50%. So yeah.
Aww.
Yeah. And the Gorge was 100% definitely not shit, which is fair enough.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. As I say, we did have questions. I'll do this one first. Dylan asks us, what do you most enjoy about doing the show, aside from excuses to watch Bridget Jones? We're watching the new one. Don't worry, guys. I'm not flicking.
Chatting to these two, because otherwise I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, that's it. I get to chat movies with my wife and my best mate every week. It's fucking great.
I also think, because, Ian, you always come across, you always represent yourself very well, and you're my picture of you as an intelligent human being is never shaken by doing the podcast. However, Mark tends to keep it together throughout the week and pretend to be like a normal human. And I think sometimes these weekly podcasts, just to highlight to me the fact that he is a fucking idiot, keeps me grounded.
Is it?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? I like the fact that one thing I do enjoy is when I'm watching a movie. It's not often I can get excited about something that I've rewatched that I've not watched for years, or something that I'm watching for the first time that's an older movie, and I go, I'm gonna get to chat about that. And I can tell people, go fucking watch this because it's great. I also, there's a little kind of part of it that goes, yep, only I watched this fucking movie. But then, when we're watching, new stuff, so, The Gorge, or in Heart Eyes, in my brain I'm going, oh, fuck, I need to remember that bit, because I guarantee what is it. But also, there's bits where you go, oh, I bet Ian didn't like that bit.
Yeah.
Or I know Ian will find that funny. So you get to watch that. It's almost, there's a little bit of it's like you're watching the movie with the people. And I like that element of it. Rick Kidd. Hi folks, question for the week's show. Since COVID, are you finding less and less showings at convenient times in your local cinema?
God, yes.
I like a morning showing, but the nearby cinema rarely open before 12 these days. Given it's an hour plus on the bus and there's limited buses after 5 p.m, it limits the showings I can get to. As a result, I'm getting to less films in the cinema these days. I wonder if this is just probably my locality, or have you had this issue too?
Yes, we have had this issue too. We'll have days off and be like, oh fuck, we could go to the cinema in the morning, then get lunch. Absolutely not. Doesn't open until gone lunchtime.
Yeah, the first screening of the movie we want to go and see is 3:15.
Yeah.
And it's well, no.
And then we, so obviously for Heart Eyes, we both work quite a long way away from where we live, but we work in the same faraway place. Yeah. So we'll often go to the cinema there before driving home. And got out of, we're looking at cinema times to go see Heart Eyes after work, and it was playing at 20 to 6, I don't finish work till 6, or 20 to fucking 9.
Yeah.
And it's those are shit times.
Yeah.
What the fuck, it's a horror movie. Have it starting at 8. That's a reasonable time for a horror movie to start.
It should be 6:30.
Yeah.
And even 9 o'clock you can get away with there.
Yeah.
But 20 to 6 is people haven't got time when they finish work to get to that. No, fucking stupid. And thankfully they seem to have stopped doing this now, but Cineworld went through a phase of just making any conveniently time, because there are times that are just, these are the convenient times, these are the shit times, and it was you were being punished if you wanted to go to the convenient times by they'd only be in super screen or 4DX or that stupid wraparound screen thing that they do, which I've still never done, and I don't think I ever will.
No.
Yeah, but there was a point where we looked at a film. It was about 6 months ago, and wanted to go and see it, and there was only 2 regular screenings in the day, but the rest of it was all 4DX and bits they had to charge you more for.
Yeah. So, but thankfully they seem to have had a little bit of a, probably from feedback, a bit of a telling off.
Yeah.
Because you can, basically you're punishing your members. Shit, the only people that are coming are members. fucking hell, and they don't pay anything, so let's make it so that it's only paid screenings they can go to. Alright, Cineworld, well then I'll just cancel my fucking membership. Oh shit, no, we take it back.
Yeah.
It's basically what seems to have been the thought process there.
Also, as well, I did notice at this cinema screening, because it happened before you got there, the welcome back thing was back.
Fuck's sake, we've been back for ages, Cineworld.
Still
Fuck
doing
off.
that.
It had gone the past few times, hadn't it? It wasn't there. And then I sat there and it came up and it went, welcome back. So it's been fucking 4 years.
That's really funny.
Whoever is in charge of running that cinema chain, they need to fucking be removed.
Yeah, because that new unlimited advert thing they've got with the annoying
the
people.
game show thing.
It's bad.
It's horrible. All of the ones for it, all the ones. God, I can't speak properly. All of the ones for the membership are just fucking awful. With those evidently members of staff that they've just got, they're fucking painful to watch, and those people should be ashamed of themselves.
It's interesting. It's not quite so bad here. Like the Odeon that I go to, on weekdays they'll start showings maybe about midday, 1 o'clock, which isn't too bad. The Showcase here, like literally, I mean, I'm looking now and it's not half term yet here, but there's a 10:45 showing tomorrow morning of Captain America and 11 o'clock of Bridget Jones. But
That's not bad there.
But I think the reason for that is when I went to see Presents a couple of weeks back, I went to a 1 o'clock showing and the Costa in the Showcase was rammed. So I think they open still relatively early during non-school holidays because they've also got a coffee shop in there. And it's like right in the Showcase. So I think they're just like, well, you know, we're open anyway, so let's just put on minimal staff, and if nobody turns up to the screenings, we'll just turn the fucking projectors off.
Yeah, there's an element of that. I mean, it's Parkway do some occasional earlier screenings, but they're not like early. But Cineworld is it open before like 2. Apart from on weekends when there's loads of screens.
Even so, though, like there's plenty of Sundays we've got off, and we're like, oh fuck it, let's instead of getting breakfast and then going, let's go and then go get lunch. Yeah, and you just can't do it.
No, it can be a little bit. But I suppose part of that is because if we wanted to go and see Captain America or Bridget Jones on Sunday, we could have done it 10 in the morning.
Yeah, because that's the thing. If it's a 15 or an 18, and especially if it's one that isn't super mainstream. Yeah, there you go. You know, like I think the Odeon here, the first showing of Heart Eyes all week's been 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know, like, and it's because it's an 18. You know,
but Parkway's decent for things like that. Parkway will go, nah, there's some grown-ups out during the middle of the day. We'll put one screen on at 2 p.m.
Yeah, I mean, the art house here isn't too bad for that either. You know, like the Odeon, it's like on the bay. Nobody necessarily lives close to it. You know, so it's they just start things later because they're not going to have the footfall. Yeah. You know, so that's it. I mean, the art house is like in the middle of a residential area, so I remember when I left View, and I mean that was well over 10 years ago now. But that one, you know, they were just about deciding we're not going to have anything on until 4 o'clock on a weekday. And they shut down one of the floors as well, actually. I think the View in Cardiff, I think there's probably only 5 screens in there now. There used to be 12. But, so, you know, anyway. God, that was a long time ago. I left that job like 13 years ago. Fuck me.
That's crazy. That was the questions. What are we covering next week here?
Fucking old as dust, I tell you. The monkey.
Woo!
Yeah. It's the monkey who likes to kill our family.
God, I really hope it's not shit.
properly fucking mixed.
Yeah, it is. Some people are really enjoying it, and then a lot of people are going, are very much like, yeah, this is a mess.
The last Stephen King I looked forward to was Boogeyman, and it really, really let me down.
I think it's going to be better than Boogeyman.
It can't be fucking worse.
But yeah, we'll see.
I got hopes.
Yeah.
I mean, those monkeys are just inherently creepy
love
and scary. I want one so badly.
I love them so much.
Yeah.
It's not quite the Symbols one. I want the Symbols one more.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
I will ask, just as a kind of a programming note though, can you guys record on Sunday?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, fine. Nice.
Yeah, we'd already. I think we'd already sorted that, haven't we?
Yeah. That's just to confirm. It will very likely be a shorter show next week.
Yes, because it's Wednesday today and we're recording Sunday.
Oh my god, Mickey 17's out soon.
Yeah, Mickey 17's out quite soon. All right, right, okay. Last thing before we go, right? You weren't there, Becky, because you hadn't arrived yet. Because Becky, you were literally arrived as the title card was coming up for Heart Eyes, didn't you?
Yeah.
But there was a trailer for Marching Powder before.
Oh, you've now witnessed the trailer for Marching Powder. Okay.
Yeah, right. It looks fucking awful. Like, it looks terrible. I'm not gonna lie, I laughed 2 or 3 times.
Of course you did.
I did laugh a couple of times. I never want to see the movie. But did you wait? So have you seen the trailer in the cinema?
Yeah, with the start where it's like, I'm Danny Dyer and blah, 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 and the guy in the back. Yeah. Danny Dyer basically talking about the fact that you want to see a chiseled movie star as he's just taking his top off and go, well, I'm not. I'm with Danny Dyer. And he's marching powder. But yeah, it's yeah. But
he is shit though, isn't he? Like, there's
Danny Dyer.
I can think of maybe 2 things that he's in that's good.
He wasn't until he became Danny Dyer, the character Danny Dyer.
He's good in that one where they go on the team
Severance.
building thing, Severance. That's good.
Yeah.
And he's good in something else. I can't remember what.
I mean, he's good in what's it called? Oh fuck, my brain's gone dead. Human Traffic.
I'm not seeing it.
He's good in that. But yeah.
Is it just Severance I'm thinking of then?
I don't know, Becky.
Must be.
Right, yeah. So that's what we're covering next week, guys. We're going to have a shorter show, but it's going to be about a monkey that's a bell end.
Just an absolute cunt. Do you remember when we reviewed that one movie that was about a pool that was a cunt?
Yeah.
That was a good
That was
one.
last year, yeah. This time last year. That pool's a fucking bell end. Yeah. Right. Thank you very much, Rebecca.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you very much, Ian.
Jason, don't go on podcasts and talk about how lonely and isolated you've been feeling. Own the fact you made Saturday night.
Yep.
Fuck you.
And we watched it. Nobody else did. Bye.